Mindful spending for financial bliss. And today is Love Day, so it's very blissful. I forgot to wear my love shirt. But let's talk about mindful spending for financial bliss. And this is truly being an intentional buyer versus an impulsive spender. And even if you're not impulsive, but you maybe not think through your purchases, let's talk about how you can be more mindful of the way you are spending your money. Now, because today is Love Day, a lot of people are going out for dinner or buying chocolates and flowers and teddy bears and candy and all the things, right? Maybe jewelry or a vacation or something, right? That maybe that you wouldn't normally buy. I personally think every day should be Love Day, but it's okay. If you want to celebrate Valentine's Day, please go ahead and feel free to do so. But let's be intentional and mindful about the way that we are spending, not just on Valentine's Day, but every day of the year, so that it does not add any stress to our lives and our finances. We are in a space of zen around our money, and we're having that healthy relationship with our finances, so there's no buyer's remorse or no guilt or shame after we buy things. So let's get into that. But before we get into it, if you do not know who I am Nisha Richardson, the Play Money Coach, and I work with high achieving professionals who want to learn how to manage their money like a boss so they have more play money to do the things they enjoy. If you happen to be catching this live, put hashtag live. If you're catching it on the replay, hashtag replay, and you can feel free to share this or tag your people so that they can see it. So, mindful spending. So, actually, today, someone asked me, how much can we spend? So, that's truly subjective. So, everyone's budget or spending plan is different. Everyone has different amount of disposable income. Everyone has different financial goals. Everyone has different things that they value. So it is truly subjective. But I was like 50 to $100. I don't know. Right. But I need you to think about, what do you feel comfortable spending on certain things? And maybe you don't celebrate holidays or these commercialized, events, right? Where it's a reason for you to go and spend money, right? Maybe you don't celebrate those things, but you have other things that you celebrate throughout the year. So maybe you enjoy spending time with family, or maybe, you like to travel, or whatever your thing is that you like to do. I like for my clients to, one, be prepared for those things that you know that you're going to do. So whether that's celebrating birthdays or traveling, or, going out to dinner or brunch with your friends or your family, going to conferences or fundraisers or those types of things, let's plan ahead so that we are already being intentional about what our goals and our money is going to look like throughout the year. Now, of course, there are going to be things that pop up that we didn't quite expect, but that's the beauty of being in position to where, if you do have those things that maybe you didn't necessarily plan on paying for, but you still want to do it, you're in position to do that. And one of those ways that you can do that is by having money set aside for fun, for play, right? Which is why I talk about play money, right? And if you have that play money already set aside, one, you're giving yourself almost like an allowance that allows you to spend blissfully and freely, and not have that worry of, oh my goodness, I just spent $500 on shopping and I didn't really plan to spend that much. Now I'm over budget, or now I messed up all my plans. No, if you know you like to spend $500 a month on shopping, that is something that you include in your spending plan every month. So now you're prepared for it. Now you know it doesn't matter what I buy, as long as I don't go over that $500 or whatever your amount is, right? Whatever feels comfortable for you. The other thing is, as you are spending, right? I need you to pause for a second, because sometimes we're in a mood, whether we're in like a super happy mood, or we're in a bad mood, or we're just like, it's Friday. I didn't do nothing all week, so I'm just gonna buy something because why not? That's fine, right? But if you're doing it, if you're buying things that are not valuable to you, not really important, and you're like, I don't really love it, but I'm just going to get it, I want you to pause and really think about, do I value this thing? Am I going to use this thing? Is this something that I really desire to have? Or could I just go ahead and use this money for something else that I'm working towards or something that's more important for me? And pause for 24 hours, right? Give yourself minimally 24 hours, because more than likely, if it's something that you truly do not want and you're just in that moment and you're like, ooh, I just want to get it because of whatever, right? That 24-hour pause, more than likely, if you don't really want it or you don't really value it, you're going to forget about it and you're going to move on to the next thing, right? The second thing is ask yourself, how many of whatever your favorite thing is it costing you? So if you're someone who loves, let's say, maybe you love books, right? And maybe on average, you order your books off for Audible and they're like a credit, which is like $14 or something, right? Or they're probably, if you get them a little less, they're probably $8 to $10 or whatever. So let's just say $14 is the cost of a book, right? And if you buy, let's say, I'm just going to throw some random thing out there. And all these things that I throw out there, just know that if you value them, then you value them. It's not that I'm saying that they're bad things to buy, right? But let's say, for example, you are looking at buying a shirt. It's not a shirt that you love. You don't necessarily need it. You have a whole bunch of clothes in your closet that still have tags on it that you haven't worn in a really long time, but you're like, ooh, this is cute. And I'm going to buy it. You can ask yourself, well, how many books is this costing me? Because if books are your thing on your list that you value and you are like, listen, I need books, like that's my thing. And instead you look at a shirt that you don't really want, or you're just getting it to just get it, even though you really, it's not important to you. You can ask yourself, how many books is this costing me? So maybe this shirt is $60, right? So that's what, about four books that's costing you. And you can ask yourself, is it really worth me missing out on 4 books just for one shirt? And if so, then okay, cool. Go ahead and buy yourself the shirt, and you already have money set aside for shopping, right? Buy whatever you want with that money. If it's not, then you can say, okay, I rather buy 4 books instead of this one shirt. And you can apply that to everything in your spending that you have to spend money on, right? Obviously outside of your needs, and we'll talk about what those are in a second, right? And then the third thing that you could do is create a money journal. And I believe it's Refinery 29 started this money journal thing. And I haven't seen it recently, but there's a site called Refinery 29, and they started the money journal. And I think it's an awesome idea. And what it allows you to do is have a journal of what you are spending your money on. And whether you want to do it for 10 days, 20 days, you want to do it for a month, right? It really allows you to track everything that you're spending. And it's not a journal that is supposed to make you feel bad about the things you're spending on. It's truly an opportunity to reflect so that you can say, you know what? I didn't really like what I did today at the end of your day, or if you do it the following day. I didn't really like what I did yesterday with my money. I bought this and I bought that, and that didn't really feel good for me. So I'm going to be more intentional, more mindful about what I'm spending today or tomorrow or the rest of the week, so that I don't do that again. You can also take that as an opportunity to say, like, what was I feeling in that moment? Because that's going to be the thing that you can look out for, because now oh, I wasn't feeling my best. That's typically when I spend on things that are not meaningful to me, and I'm not intentionally buying things. I'm just splurging and it's for stuff that I don't even really want, right? And that allows you to check in with yourself. So it's truly you doing a money journal so that you can reflect on how it is that you are spending your money, and whether or not it feels good for you, and whether or not it's in alignment with your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, your values, all the things that you said that you desire. And if not, now you can check in with yourself. When you're doing this, stay in a positive space, because this is not a time for you to be negative about yourself or beat yourself up to say, oh, girl, you're horrible with money. No, 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 no. That's not what it's for. It's truly for you to reflect, see how you feel, and then improve if necessary. If not, celebrate yourself for doing something that makes you feel really good, right? Maybe you made a great decision and you're like, yes, I'm excited that I was able to do that. And have the control and be mindful about how I'm spending my money. Now that we've gone through those things, I need you to go back to like the basics and really look at and understand the difference between needs and want, right? because we are in a space where like we just feel like I have the money, I deserve it, and I'm gonna buy myself all these things. Where we really need to like go back to the basics of what is actually a necessity. What do I need every single month so that I can live, right? And then everything else are wants. So then now you can reevaluate what's important. What are you actually spending your money on? What do you want to spend your money on? Because the needs are your housing, right? Your transportation, your utilities, whether if you need gas because you drive to go back and forth to work, your groceries, right? If you're someone that takes medication, that is a necessity. You need to pay for your medications, right? The wants are the Hulus and the Netflix and the and all the streaming services, the gym membership, the list goes on and on and on and on. And when I talk about these things, I always make sure that I point out that if something is valuable to you, that's when you know you want to work it into your spending plan. So if you're like, listen, I can't live without the gym. I don't want to work out at home. I don't want to walk outside. The gym is life. It allows me to maybe disconnect from things that are going on in the world, in my life. And I love going to the gym because it's something that truly keeps me on my fitness journey and keeps me consistent. Then you value that, right? So even though it's not necessarily a need, it is something that you value. So you want to work it in your spending plan. Now, if you say, I don't need Hulu because I got Netflix, I don't need Prime and Disney Plus and Paramount and, and all the things because I have this and these are more than enough. This is what I use on a regular basis. I don't need all this other stuff. I can get rid of it. I'm not even watching TV. I'm busy. And the only time I do watch TV is on the weekend or at night right before I go to bed. And I don't really need all of these things. Or maybe it's your kids' activities, right? Now, I know we all want our kids in the extracurricular activities because I understand the importance of them, right? But look at where you are financially, look at your goals, look at where you want to be in X amount of time and evaluate, is this activity for my kids something that I need to continue right now, or is it something that I can rethink and maybe we pause it for a season or 6 months if it's something that goes for a year and we can pick it back up again next year when you're in a better financial space or you're in a more comfortable financial space, right? So that is all part of that mindful spending so that you can have that financial bliss because as you have control of your money, that is showing that you have a healthier relationship with your finances. As you are being mindful about the things that you spend on, it's truly going to position you to where you're like, oh, that's really not that important for me. I'm going to focus on that, right? And that something about that control, it gives you like the confidence in every part of your life, every area of your life to say like, listen, I'm in control. I know what I'm doing. I have control of my money. I am like, I got this, right? And you're going to end up showing that up that way in every area of your life. And I've seen it. I've experienced it myself. I've seen it with my clients. And it's truly something really beautiful that you get to experience and see for yourself. So, what was I going to say? I don't know. I got off track, but mindful spending, financial bliss. So what of those three things that I shared with you are you going to try if you're someone that's like, oh gosh, I wish I could be more mindful about how I spend my money? And let me know which one you're going to try in the comments because I would love to hear about it. Yesterday's video, if you happen to follow me on Facebook instead of LinkedIn or YouTube, Facebook took it down because they said it was copyright something in there. I don't know because there was absolutely no music playing in the background. So it doesn't show on Facebook. So if you do want to see day 13 of 29, you can go on YouTube, Nashaya Richardson, or you can go on LinkedIn, Nashaya Richardson, and the video will be there because Facebook was Facebooking and it is what it is. So tomorrow I'm going to talk about embracing financial education. So everything that I'm doing over this month of February is some financial education, right? And even myself as a money coach, I continue my financial education because one, I don't know everything. and I probably don't want to know everything except for the things that are really important to me. But even with what I do, I still find opportunities to learn, to improve my skill set, and we should all be doing the same thing. So I'm going to talk more about embracing your financial education. Even if you're someone who's already like, listen, I'm doing pretty good, but I want to do the next thing, embrace learning more, because there's so many things that we could learn about finances that can truly position us for the life that we desire. Now, I don't know, well, if you probably didn't see it yesterday, but I have decided to bring back the Money Haven Academy, which was my membership that I had last year. And I am like super excited about it because it is truly a community for high achieving women that are looking for other women who are ready to build a healthier relationship with their money and really crush their financial goals. And maybe, just maybe, you are in a space where you don't have those people around you. Maybe your family is not quite there, or your friends or your coworkers or whoever you normally spend time with, they're just not in that space or ready to build a healthier relationship with your money. But you're like, listen, I'm making great money, but I'm not seeing the rewards of my great money. I don't really know where my money is going every month. I have debt that I want to get rid of. I want to build my savings. I really want to think and feel more confident about how I'm managing my money and the decisions that I'm making, being more mindful about my spending, right? You want to really set some goals and be able to accomplish them. You want that accountability and that support from other people around you so that you don't feel alone in this journey. And you also truly want to be in a more positive space about your finances and have that peace of mind, right? That peace of mind and less stress about managing your money or even thinking about your money, because it can be overwhelming, right? So if you're in that space and you're like, I need someplace to be to do this and I need support, well, I invite you to be one of the members in the Money Haven Academy. It is $97 a month. And we meet twice a month, where we have a monthly call where we are implementing something that month, whether we are creating the spending plan, we are creating the debt payoff and management plan, we are creating the savings plan, we're talking about building a healthier relationship with money, we're talking about setting boundaries, all those things, right? Each month is a different topic as we go through my framework. And you will be able to implement these things throughout the month. And then we will have a bi-weekly, we will have a follow-up call for live Q&A and coaching on whatever the topic is for that month, so that you can get support with it as you are implementing. It's also going to be an opportunity for you to check in and have other people there that are on their journey doing the same thing, because you will be in a community of other women and you will be allowed to post. It will be a Facebook community. You'll be allowed to post and engage and share your wins and celebrate and ask your questions, so that even though you may have a question that's not during the day of the Q&A call, you can still get your answers answered by me, right? So you will get support by me, and I will also have wealth experts coming in quarterly to talk about different wealth building topics, which that is the part that I love. So not only do you get access to me, but you also get access to my community of financial experts who I know are there to take you to the next level. So whether that's in investing, talking about estate planning, talking about tax planning, right? All of those things are truly important for us to really build a healthier relationship with our money. And that is what you would have access to in the Money Haven Academy. So if you would love to be a member in the Money Haven Academy, put Haven in the comments and I will be sure to reach out to you. And again, it's $97 a month. And if you decide that, listen, I am all in and I want to be there for the whole year because I know this is what I need for 2024, then you pay the full amount for the whole year, then you will get a one-to-one session, private session with me to really get you started and give you that structure, that foundation that you need as you're going through the membership. So again, if you want to be a part of the Money Haven Academy, put Haven in the comments. But I'm coming back tomorrow for day 15. 29, we're going to talk about embracing financial education. So I look forward to seeing you there, and have an awesome evening. Stay safe, and I'll see y'all later.